This video is like 2-3 weeks late. That's my fault. I got sidetracked with a bunch of IRL shit and I fucked up. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video around if you can, because the algorithm doesn't like me. And if you want to support the channel in a more direct way, I have a Patreon and a Teespring down below where you can buy merch that I designed. I think it looks cool. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Go look at it, please. But yeah, I think that's everything. Please enjoy the video once again, and I'll see you later. So, I like superheroes, and who doesn't, honestly? People who are kinda like you, but with abilities you can only imagine, the classic power fantasy. The concept's been around a long time. It's more than likely older than you watching this video. And if it's not, how are your knees? There are, quite literally, countless takes on superheroism. And right now, I'm fixated on Invincible. We're 3 seasons in, I'm not doing the joke! Invincible started as a comic series created by Robert Kirkman, who also gave us the original graphic novel series The Walking Dead. The comic was given an animated series in 2021, being platformed on Amazon. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, this series gets f***ed up. Seriously, someone gets their ass whooped or killed in like every episode. If you don't really vibe with a lot of violence, even if it's animated, I don't really think you'll enjoy this show. But if you don't mind running the risk of seeing our main protagonist get beat harder than my dick on a Thursday afternoon, then Invincible is definitely worth the watch. And with all the previously mentioned fucked up content, comes interesting conversations to be had. Should we prevent problems before they happen? Is it okay to kill? When is it okay to kill? I can't give you an answer to these questions, is what I would say if I was a little bitch. As a matter of fact, I'm here to answer 2 out of 3 of these. Let's be real. In real life, we would not have empathy for actual supervillains. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big advocate for empathy. I've made an entire video about it in the past. But in real life, when someone does some actually somewhat villainous shit, we do not go for it. Let's be realistic. I don't fuck with the guy who makes my meds cost an arm and a leg like an Elric. But you want me to be cool with the guys who want to throw a nuke into fucking space. Yeah, whatever you're smoking, go ahead and pass that. We have this understanding for the average person. Now let's be honest, were you really that surprised when Oliver took these 2 off the map? Don't get me wrong, I know it's not ideal, but it could be worse is all I'm saying. Admittedly, this was the worst possible combination for everyone involved. The Mauler twins low-key commit crime out of boredom. It'd be one thing if they had a goal in mind and that just happened to put them on the opposite side of the law, but nah, they just kinda do shit just cuz. The very first time we see them, they're running down on the White House for some reason that they never explain. To be honest, this is more than enough reason to not mess with them. Not because the White House is sacred, but because that lawn is upkept with taxpayer dollars. You're raising my bills, cunt! Now they want to shoot a nuke into space to knock out the world's communications to start their own business. Do you hear this Metal Gear Solid ass plan? I'm sorry, I can't entertain this shit. To be fair, they actually did do something this time that requires 2 of them, so there's that. Then we got Oliver, and I'll be honest, he alone is his own bad combination. He's half Viltrumite, which means the colonization is in his blood, and if you fuck around, yours might just spill. And he's half Thraxan, so he ages faster and remembers everything, which doesn't sound that bad until you remember that a few months ago when he was still in Pampers, his home planet got raided by his dad's least favorite cousins, and he lost his birth mom. Then a nigga with more wrinkles in his brain than I got in my nutsack broke into his house, fucked up his adopted mom, and attacked his brother while he watched. He was actively traumatized before he could form words in his mouth. Just like me, for real. Despite coming from a peaceful people, he's been shown nothing but violence consistently since arriving on Earth. Can you really blame him for getting 2/3 of the Blue Man Group up outta here? Lil Man saw Big Bro struggling on TV and was there in like 37 seconds. Shit, the twins claim to be so smart, but when this superpowered prepubescent appears, dressed like the dude who did more damage to Chicago than King Von, they don't realize it's time to pack this shit up. And Mark, you gotta be the dumbest motherfucker in that room. Oliver has been itching to get in some action from the second his little ass learned to float. He's disobeyed you multiple times and is doing so right now. So what told you to leave him by himself with these two? Seriously, you were better off taking him into the sky with you than leaving him on the ground, especially if you know how strong Viltrumites are. People running into you too fast turns them into lunch meat, and you think this 1-year-old in an 11-year-old's body has good decision-making skills? Once again, whatever you're smoking, pass that. I don't care what anyone says. The first hit was justified, cause he straight up says they're willing to murder Oliver. Honestly, getting your jaw spun to the left like El Drago is a rational response. The other Mauler grabs him in response, and I'll be honest, that probably just sealed his fate. Have you ever seen a kid get hit? Their response is either sadness or rage. And Oliver is the latter. He straight up ran through him like KFC in my system. Though I will admit the aftermath wasn't as messy. I swear on my life, Mauler 2 started missing that cell. But see, Oliver ain't like his brother. You don't go to prison when you fight him. You go to hell. I heard that MK soundtrack boot up in my head as soon as Lil Man started walking. I knew it was lights out for Papa Smurf.
Oliver wins. Fatality.
Had that shit fallen off the bone. Immortal just woke up from the worst nap ever, dog. Got his ass knocked out just to wake up to some elementary schooler covered in blood and dressed like the dude who turned his lights out 2 seasons ago. I'll be honest, I wasn't feeling the part where Oliver said lives don't matter. I definitely think he could use guidance here and there. Look, I'm sure learning to be a hero is difficult. There's no one way to do it. You gotta break a few skull eggs to make an omelet, right? And even so, Mark and Oliver have 1 body each. Fair is fair, right? Wait, that's how it works, right? Cause they're clones, it doesn't count as 2. That's how it works, right?